Okay. Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Ramya. Before we start the Tosca training demo session today, let me introduce myself to you. So, I'm Ramya. I have around 10 plus years of experience exclusively in Tricentis Tosca. I have been using this tool from 2014 onwards. And I'm currently working as an architect, and I'm currently based out of Canada. So people who are from India or people who are from USA, we will be having different time zones. So please reach out to me through WhatsApp, as you already did, or you can even reach out to me through my website. So let me take you to my website as well. And I'm doing all these trainings from past 4 years. So we are training people on Tricentis Tosca from past 4 years, and I have covered multiple students already, and I have taken multiple batches of training. Yeah, so this is our website, toscatrainingsbyramya.com. So here you can see the entire course details. So if you go to the course insights space, it talks all about what topics are going to be covered as part of this course. As part of the current Tosca training class, we are going to talk about web automation, API automation, database testing, SAP testing, PDF and Excel, and how do we work in multi-user environment. This is crucial so that you know how you have to work in a real-time environment. And we will also work on Tosca and Qtest integrations, Tosca server operations, and all this. Along with all these topics, we will discuss interview questions in each and every class, and we will also have an final interview session class. Along with it, once you are ready, then we can have a mock interview round with yourself and me, and we can do it through WhatsApp or any other channel. We will discuss about it once you complete the course, and we will also offer the certification assistance as part of this course. And yeah, the test data management, all these are part of Tosca server only. Yeah. And the prerequisites of this course are nothing but you should have some foundation in the manual testing concepts. That is what I expect. So if I say a test case, you should understand what is test case, what is a test step. That is the manual testing concept. And you should be eager to learn. So your enthusiasm should flow all the way till the last class. It should not stop after one or two classes. That is what we expect. Yeah, and I also gave you the course curriculum over here. So if you want to discuss in detail, you can go here and you can look at our website and you can see all this. And whatever common facts that I hear from people, I tried to put all of them also here. So like how will you deliver the class? Will I have the access to class recordings? Will I be able to download them? Or if I have questions, how do you help? Will you give us the software? So I covered everything in here. So feel free to go to our website and have a look at all the facts and the course contents. So it will help you understand what you are going to learn or what you are getting as part of this particular course. Yeah, so this is all from here. So I will close it. Yeah, so welcome to Tosca trainings. So as part of this course, the initial demo session, I usually show a user registration flow. In the entire class, we will be using this demo webshop.tricentis.com as our playing website, because this is the website which is given by Tricentis. Tricentis is the company which owns Tosca software. They developed this Tosca software and they gave us this website also to play with it. So we will use the official website, but sometimes we will go here and there, like we will go to Amazon or we will go to some other website. We will play all sometimes for tables, we will go to some other websites also, like some universities and all, and we will play around. And in classes also, irrespective of the website, if you are practicing on any other website and if you are stuck with any other question, feel free to reach me during, usually we will have 1 hour of class. Once the class is completed, I will let all students stay. It's up to them whether to, if they have any questions, one after other, I will clarify the questions. If they don't have any questions or if they just want to listen to what other people are asking, yeah, they can stay and they can listen to it. And if you feel like, no, I have some other work, I will join some other, like I will go for that work. yeah, feel free to go. If you have any questions, you can ask me immediately after the class. We will have, and that session goes for half an hour, 1 hour, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and 0 minutes also. It depends on the students completely. Yeah. So now let's start the demo. So as you all know, the very basic concept of manual testing, what is the difference between manual and automation testing? Manual testing is nothing but, say like I prepare a test case. Okay, so I want to deliver this particular website to prod. So before I deliver, I want to make sure all these controls are working properly. So if I go and click on register, user should be able to submit a form to me. That is what I have to verify the functionality. So I will write all the test cases as part of it. So yes, I will write a test case for the verification of user registration, like where I will go to this website, click on this particular button, and then fill out this form and all. So if a human being is sitting and doing it by using their hands and all, that is nothing but manual testing. The same thing, if you are doing it with the help of a computer, then it is nothing but automation testing. When you have automation testing, you can do it in several means. You can write a page of code, or you can write a 2 or 3 lines of code, and you can ask whatever the tool, UFT or Selenium or some other RPA tools or Tosca, any tool, and ask it to go and run it. So that all those come under automation. There are different tools, as I told you now. So for Selenium and other tools, most of the other tools, you need to learn coding. Once you start learning coding, you should also know how to maintain your code. So for that, you have to know some GitHub commands and all, so that you can maintain, okay, this is the branch. Okay, this is the master. When should I merge this branch to the master? Blah, blah, blah things and all. But when it is coming to Tosca, things are made very easy. This is an entire codeless tool. So you need not write even a single line of code in this tool. We have an option to write some code, but that is not at all relevant to automation. The code which I am talking, that you can write it, is nothing but those are called as TQL operations. Those are for some other administrative level of operations, and all. Even for them, they need not do much of it. Even there also, it is very friendly. Like if you click on buttons, you will get the code most of the times. So Tosca is purely a codeless tool. So that is the best advantage. And when you are learning it, it might look very easy at the beginning. But in order to learn the complete tool, like the in and outs, like if I do it, there are multiple ways in doing one particular action. So if I am doing in this way, this is how it is going to take. This is how much time it is going to take. And if I am doing it in this way, this is how much time it is going to take. So you should know all those things so that you can choose what is best for you and you can automate in that way. And in order to achieve this particular knowledge on complete tool, you have to practice every day. If you stop practicing for 2 days, trust me, you will forget everything. Everything will be from scratch. So you have to practice every day. That is one thing you have to make sure that you are doing. So yeah, now let's talk more about web application automation. So the if you learn any concepts of all the concepts of web application automation, what will happen with Tosca is the similar concepts can be applied to SAP, similar concepts can be applied to API, similar concepts can be applied to Salesforce, similar concepts go for database. So all these will have the similar kind of concepts. So if we are mastering any one thing here, then the same concepts will apply to all the different applications. Personally, I worked on very vast lists of applications, like I worked on mainframes, web applications, desktop applications, SAP, some legacy kind of applications. I worked on APIs, databases. There are so many applications. But for all these applications, the main core and the crucial concepts always tag with the web application automation. The reason why I'm saying clearly web application automation is this will help us to understand how the web pages or how the particular page of any kind of application is designed. So if you want to see how this particular page of an application is designed, all you get to do is right click on any web page and say inspect. Once you say inspect, you can see a structure here. This structure is called as HTML structure of the application. So in this structure, you can see multiple elements here. So if you see, these are all called as tags. So you can see tags called as div. You can see tags called as script. So you can see tags called as some form action. All these are different tags. So in a web application or in any kind of application, basically, you will have two kinds of elements. Elements are nothing but the controls that are present. So here you are seeing this is a text box, right? Here you are seeing a button. Here you are seeing a drop down. Here you are seeing some picture. Here you see a big title here, label they call it. So in this way, there are different controls or different objects in this web page. Sorry. Yeah. So these web page elements, whatever you are seeing, are called as visible elements or visible controls. Along with these visible elements, we usually have invisible controls also. Those are nothing but our div tags and all which are holding it. For example, if you see here under one particular class, okay, so let's say right click and inspect on this text box. If you see here, this text box is the one that is highlighting, right? So this is sitting under another one which is called as div. So this entire thing is a div. Inside this div, you have a label and then you have an input class tag which is nothing but our text box, and along with it you also have something called as span. So there is a small star mark, right? So that is what it is, and then they have added some field validation, so you have those all things. So if you are going here and if you are looking at an HTML page, definitely this is so confusing and I will not understand anything here. Anybody can't understand. This is bit confusing. It takes lots of practice to understand this structure and all, right? So with Tosca, you need not bother about all of this. So you now let me open Tosca and I will show you how we do it using Tosca. So first of all, before even we go for Tosca, I want to say one thing. Let me share my iPad screen so it will be easy for me to write it down. Okay, just give me a moment. I hope you can see my screen now. Yeah. So until now, whatever we have discussed is we will be having visible controls, and the examples are nothing but the text boxes that you have seen, or labels that you have seen, or some pictures might be, radio buttons, so and so. Similarly, we also saw some invisible controls. So all these together sit in a particular page where you have to automate. So now when you want to go for a tool and tell a tool that go and enter some particular value, say like I have a text box here. Okay. So this text box name, I am saving it as name. Okay. And say like I want to enter a value called as Oreo here. Okay. So if you want to enter a value called as Oreo in a text box, what will happen is when you go for it, if you are a human being, you can clearly see, okay, this is the name text box. So I will go and enter a value here. Say like I have text boxes in this way. There is no name or no nothing is given. So simply I have three text boxes. And I asked you go and enter Oreo. Go and enter 1, 2, 3. Go and enter 3, 4, 5. So there are three values that you have to enter. So in which text box will you enter Oreo? You don't know, right? So in order to tell you to go, which place you have to go and enter, in the same way, in order to tell any tool, go to this particular one and enter this particular value, you have to first identify this control. So this is first operation that we do. We usually do an identification. So first we will identify a control and then we go and operate on it. So when I say operate on it, it can be a read operation, like you can go and read the value, or you can verify whether a particular value is there or not. So there are different kinds there. Similarly, you can also do a write operation, like you go and put some value in the text box and all. So first thing is you have to first identify. When I am saying identify, how will you identify a text box? If you are looking at the heading of the text box, that is one way of identification. But say like I have a scenario in this way, like I have three text boxes and there are nothing here. So what I will do is every control in a web page, whether it is a visible or invisible, irrespective of it, it will have some set of properties. So we will use these properties and we will tell the tool, whatever be the tool, whether it is Selenium or Tosca or any other tool. Okay, we will tell the tool, go to this particular web page, and in this web page, look for a control which has the property, some X property with the value of 1, 2, 3. And in this particular, these are the properties of the tool. So this is the property and this is the property value. So in this particular, whatever control has this particular property, go and enter a value called as Oreo. So this is how you tell it. In the same way, in Tosca also, you can achieve this identification in a section of Tosca which is called as modules. So by using module section of Tosca, we will tell Tosca, this is what I meant by name text box. This is what I meant by age text box. This is what I meant by phone number text box. So you have to look for controls with this property or nothing, but these are called as name. If a control has these properties, then it is called as age. So this is what we tell in the modules. And once you are able to tell Tosca it can identify the controls, then you go and do all these operations. These operations will always be done in a section that is called as test cases. So Tosca has different kind of sections in it: requirements, modules, test cases, execution, so on. We will discuss in detail in the class what is the use of each section, but usually these are the very important sections, so you cannot miss them. If you are working on Tosca, every minute you will be working on these two sections. These two sections are like core part. So you will be doing this identification phase all the time through module section, and you will be doing operation phase all the time through the test cases section. Now let's see what we will do or how we achieve it in the Tosca. So I will start sharing my computer screen. Yeah, I hope you can see my screen. Yeah, this is how the tool looks like. You will have different sections here. You can see all the different sections here. I already created a project and I got into it. Yeah, so this is the modules section and this is the test cases. First, let's identify our controls and then we will start operating on them. So in order to work on any kind of application, irrespective of the type of application, for most of the kinds, you just right click. These are nothing but folders. You can create any folder. If you go and right click on the main part, you will have an icon create folder. The shortcut is Control and Control F, or else even you can create it from the top menu. It's up to us. So we just create a folder, and if you right click on a folder, you just say scan and you just say application. Then it opens a window called as XScan window. In this XScan window, it will list all the applications that are currently open on my computer. Currently, I have a Zoom application open. Currently, you can see the meeting header, right? So screen share header and all. So that one. And this is my desktop. And this is my taskbar. And this is the Google Chrome application that I am planning to scan. So select your application in this list. So this is the application I want to scan, and just simply say scan. And then it starts. If you don't have an extension, then it asks you to add it. If you already have an extension, then you need not bother. It's like a one-time activity that we do. And then just say select on screen here, and then wherever you go, you just mouse over, just take your mouse wherever you want, and it shows you that particular control name. Sometimes what happens is, like, if you mouse over a bit away from the actual control, it shows you something like this, question mark li. This is nothing but the invisible controls that we have token, right? So those are also listed here. So if you want to scan an invisible control, you can scan it, but usually we don't do that. Wherever you want to perform the actual operation, we go and click on that particular control. So this entire set of controls is sitting under div. So that's why. So just go almost near to your control. So okay, see, there is another div here. And then again, if I go closer to register, yeah, I can see it. Similarly, if I go closer to login or shopping cart or wish list or this particular search box or this search button, it's all there. So you just go select whatever controls you want. It need not be only register. If you want this button, or if you want some radio buttons from here, or if you want this particular OK button, or if you want a text box, select whatever controls that you want in this entire page. Sometimes what we do is we select the required controls and we just stop there. We need not select all the controls that are present. And then you just deselect the select on screen. So you just turning it on and off. So I turned it off. So now let's maximize this window and let's start playing here. So here in the register, like if you click on, if you open, once you have this entire window open, you can see the list of controls that you have selected. And to the right hand side, you can see something called as identify by properties. So this identification phase in Tosca has different ways of identification of controls. One of them is identification by using the properties of the controls. Sometimes we may also go with identification of index or identification by using anchor or by image and all. But we will discuss when to go for what and all more detail in the class. Yeah, so now when you say properties, by default only, Tosca will select certain properties for you. So if you see, there are different kinds of properties here. And if you see, there are small checkboxes which are ticked. This means this particular register control has been selected based on tag property with a value of A and inner text property with a value of register. So Tosca did all the job for us. So we need not change anything. Similarly for login it has done. Similarly for this particular text box. Similarly for this particular radio button. Similarly for this OK button. So it selects all this. But when to choose which kind of property, when not to choose this particular property, what properties you should choose in this entire list, all these things we should discuss more in detail, and those are like very, very important. So if you see, for some controls it has taken property called as id, and for some controls it has taken property called as a particular inner text. So in this way there are different kinds of properties. There is also class name property and all, and you also have some representation here. You have xpath here. Why not using xpath? What happens if I select using representation control area and all? So you should get to know all those when we are discussing when we are talking about all these topics in the class. We will discuss in more detail. So once we are done with scanning, now I am done. All I say is finish. So once I say finish, I'm done. So I'll just close this. If I go to my folder here, see, a module has been created. This orange icon, they are called as modules. And you see all these controls inside, these are called as attributes. So all your properties come and sit here. If you open the small triangle that you see in between, this is the properties menu. So you just adjust it. And now if you click on register, these are the properties you identified with, right? So these come up here. Similarly for this radio button, we used ID and tag. Similarly here also we used tag and ID. So in this way you will have all your properties. Now it's time for you to operate on these controls. Say like you want to go and enter a value in the newsletter email, or say like you want to go and click on this particular register button, say like you want to mouse over on this vote button. All these are different kind of operations that you are doing. It can be a read operation, write operation, everything will be done in test cases. So how do I bring that particular module to here is, first let's create a folder here, the same shortcut control and control F, or you right click and choose the create folder, and let's say we are putting a folder demo. Folders help us to organize things. So it's up to you whether which kind of folder structure you want to maintain. And there are some rules and regulations around it, which we will discuss again. And now all you have to do is create a test case. That is what we need to do, right? So right click again, there is an option create test case, or else here also there is an icon in the main menu area. You can choose anything. So create a test case, and let's say we are choosing demo. And then all you say is in there is a work state for each test case. So this is a test case which I am planning, or which I am actually working, or which is actually completed with the development and all. So you choose it accordingly. So now we are working, let's keep it in work. And now all you have to do is drag this module from this page and put it here. There are shortcuts, or there are different techniques when if you are having trouble with drag and drop also. So you need not bother about it also. And now once you drag and drop it, you can see all this here. Let's say we want to click on register. So just go here, see there is a small drop down. Choose click from the drop down. That's all. Click outside. You are done. Now let's run it. Click on your test case. There is a run option. See green color triangle. So just click on run. So it should go and click on register now. Let's see. See, you can see the cursor has moved to register and it clicked, and you see a green area in the bottom. So that tells me that this test case has been passed. And now you will have you have run it in the scratch book. So if you see here, it will say how much time it has taken to run. It has taken 13 seconds to run this particular one, and because the default time for Tosca to start, usually it starts from 10 seconds, so that's why it took that time. And yeah, so this has been perfectly clicked. This is how you can usually tell people, that you have, there are different kinds of executions also. Like you have a dedicated tab for execution where you can pull you the reports based on what you have developed and all, and you can send it out to higher management or within your teams and all. So there are different sections here which talk about all of these, or which will help you in your entire automation journey. So once you get hands-on on this particular tool completely, then you can know, okay, this is what is happening. Now this might be the problem. Right now you saw, right? I had a problem. Immediately I understood, okay, there is a problem with my monitor. So you get all these things with your experience. That's all. And as long as you are practicing even during the training classes, you will also come up with some errors. First time, okay, Ramya, I had this error. Once I explain it, next time you can do it on yourself. Okay, this is how I can understand. This is how I have to debug if I am facing any issue. So that is what we expect from students also. So I will stop here with this, and I will let you guys ask your questions and I can answer accordingly. Yeah. If you have any questions or anything that you want to discuss, feel free to ask me.
Hi Ramya, this is Dilip.
Hi.
What about installation? Installation also you are going to cover.
We
Mm,
will, okay, usually let me share you one screen here. So usually I will share you what we have done with our previous batch. So we will be providing everybody access to a Gmail folder. okay, which is in the Google Drive. And if you go over there, you will see two folders. One is batch class and another one is the common folder. In the common folder, we will guide you with all the softwares. Like if you see, I have provided them with 16 software, 2023.2 or whatever server softwares, or if they want to do some database testing, they need these softwares, right? So all these details will be given to you in the common drive, and we will tell you how to work on this particular. If you see, there is a Word document how to get your license and installations and all. So we will be sharing you this. Along with it, you will also have access to class folder. So in the class folder, you can see like different JSON files and all for the API testing, or what are the different classes, or what are the different reports. Once we are done, the final repositories so that you can look into it, and whatever certification assistance can be provided, all these details will be shared to you. And this is a lifelong access, so we will not remove it. So once this is done, like we will not disturb this particular folders again.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And also, Tosca is means AI. We are involved in AI also here.
Uh,
I
we
think.
we
Uh,
have Vision AI capacity in Tosca that is being developed right now. Yeah, it we usually have Vision AI capacity if you are working in real-time environment, but not everybody will get a chance to work on it, and it is not a mandatory thing that you need to work on it. It is also very much similar to this, but unfortunately, we will not have any Vision AI license or Vision AI trial parts for us given, so we will not be covering that up. But it will be almost similar.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi Ramya, this is
Hi.
Priyanka. Yeah, sorry I joined late, so I missed the basic concept of Tosca for initially. I would like to understand, like once if we learn the Tosca tool, so the whatever the demo tool you have shown, will be working only on that tool,
The
or will there
same.
be?
The same.
Okay,
In real time also, we usually use the same thing, and we will help you with the multi-user environment. Like, so in real time, what happens is you will not be working in single user. You have to do check-ins and check-outs, right? Like you
okay,
have to work with multiple people. So that's why after 10 or 15 classes, we will ask you to set up your own multi-user environment in your computer. We will teach you how to set a multi-user environment and all also. So if you are joining any company and if they ask you to do it, you can do it by yourself again there. Yeah, so that you will also get used how I should work in real time. Everything will be exactly the same in real time environment.
okay. So here it won't be like the in regular testing we have like SDLC concept, right? Gathering the requirements and everything. Here everything will be automatically provided, and we'll be
See,
performing the.
gathering the requirements and all is the requirement phase that you are talking. It is common. Whatever the testing you are doing, it is common. Then you will be
Okay.
doing the test case development and all in the manual testing, right? So even
Yes.
that is also common. You have to. It's up to your company. Some companies ask you to automate regression suite. Some companies ask you to automate the functional test cases. If they are asking you to automate functional test cases, some might ask you first perform manual and then immediately automate it. Or some will say go to the previous sprint stories, pick them and automate it. For anything, you have to do the manual testing. That is the very, very core important part. So once you do it, then you will automate it so that when you want to do multiple times of execution, you need not do it manually. You can depend on a computer.
Okay. Okay. So once if we learn how to build the test cases and everything, will it be every day the day-to-day work would be same, or do we need to upgrade ourselves, or how it will be? Just I want a brief idea like how if we learn Tosca, how it will be the in real time.
I did not actually get your question. Sorry.
So like, will there be any coding, or do we need to upgrade
No,
ourselves?
it will not. No, there is no coding involved. Actually, with if you are joining this particular classes and if you are doing giving your 100% and if you are practicing it on daily basis, you can easily say that you have around 4 to 5 years of experience.
Okay, got it. Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I wanted to understand. Yeah, how
yeah,
the real time would be. Thank you so
yes,
much.
no problem. Yeah,
Hi, Ramya.
hi,
Monali here.
hi, Monali.
Yes. So we are uh, doing the API testing as well, right? In the
Yes, yes.
okay. Yeah, that's what I just want to check.
Okay.
And what about the Salesforce? Like, are we
Salesforce will not be covered. We will have SAP, API, database, and web applications. Yeah, I think it's the same with desktop applications also.
okay? Okay.
Yeah, Salesforce will have certain modules in addition. If you can cover those particular modules, then you will be all good. The same concepts apply to everyone,
Okay.
every kind of technology of application.
Okay.
SAP, any specific model you are going to deal with?
Sorry, SAP. SAP, there are certain. We will work on GUI application.
No, we will have specific models, right?
Yeah, for
In
SAP
SAP.
also we have certain modules like how to open an SAP, or you have in SAP like certain toolbars and all how to handle them, or if you have a particular status code messages that we get, right, like this particular asset has been created and so on. So how do you verify those messages and all? So we will deal all those. For all those you already have a standard module, so you will get to know what standard modules or when which particular time which kind of standard modules I have to use and all. Like we have toolbars, sub toolbars, you should know when and which one to pick, right?
Okay. And in the standard modules, it's a default one.
Standard
Like,
modules are something which Tricentis gives to everybody who installs Tosca.
okay.
And
Ramya,
Ramya,
this is
sorry.
Yeah.
Um, so that's what, like, for the certification, I just wanted to confirm about it. Like, will we going to cover it after the whole training, or how? Like, mm,
So
mm,
certifications usually, what I usually do is we will give you the assistance by providing the decks. But what I observed in all my previous batches is we will ask them to register at the beginning, but we will not ask them to go and appear for the exam. Okay, so we will ask them undergo the training. Once the training is complete, then in the class itself I will tell them, okay, now please go ahead and complete your certification exams. What my most of my students, 95% of my students do is they just go and they give the first shot on their own. They usually clear it. Most of them, all the students, they cleared it on their own. But if needed, we will also give them the deck so that they can go and look at the screenshot and do it. So providing the deck, I can give you at any point of time. If you want it at the beginning, I can just put it and you can put it in your, you can complete it as soon as possible and later you can go through them. So it's up to you.
okay.
Ramya, this is Venkat.
Yeah, hi.
Is there any limitations with Tosca?
Uh, yeah, we do have some challenges with Tosca.
Okay. So apart from this functional testing and API, like can we go with performance also?
For performance, actually, they have a different tool. Using Tricentis Tosca, no, you can't do it. It's a totally a different tool.
Okay, I mean to say add-in or completely away from.
Completely different tool.
Okay, okay. So is there any possibility to automate manual kind of test case? Like just now you given small demo, right? Some
Yes.
scenario, clicking on register, all these things. So can you write? I mean, can you automate? I mean, by doing this automation, can we do any manual test cases?
This is what we meant for automation, right? We will automate all the most of the manual test cases. I don't say we can automate 100% of the entire manual test cases, but we will automate most of the manual test cases. There might be some scenarios which are not needed for automation. Usually, in real time, we do an assessment kind of a thing. So even we will discuss during our classes, like how do we assess like this particular test case is fit for automation, or how do we know when to not automate. So we will talk about it, and based on it, we will see which one to automate and then pick it.
Okay. And one more, like by after completion of automation script, so with the steps, can we generate manual steps?
No. Yeah, for like there is an option, okay, to play with the manual and all. But see, when you complete automation and you want to do it manually, why don't you print a report and look at it and just do manually? Why do you want? That is what meant by manual, right?
True, true.
Yeah, when automation is nothing but it is done by computer. Okay, if you want to do manually, yeah, you can generate a report, look into that report and just do manually.
That report will give, I mean, that complete just manual steps and expected also.
Yes, it will provide you those.
Okay, okay. And just wanted to, out of curiosity, just if it is licensed to, like, what is the cost of this
So
Tosca?
this is actually it depends on company to company. What they do is they sell in the form of packages. Okay, like it's like a bundles of license that usually they sell, and it depends on company to company again. So some people get it for lesser price, especially companies in India, and yeah, some people get it for high price. So it depends. I can't say the exact amount, and you will not get license outside.
Yeah, coming to individual, like we can go with the I mean, trial version, but as part of business, like if someone asks, like if you want to suggest this tool, like benefits of this tool, like they will ask the first question is the license cost comparative with the other tool. So Selenium is freeware, and coming to other tools like UFT is a license cost. So if I want to explain the difference between UFT and benefits of this Tosca, the business first comes with this license, so that is what I just needed.
Okay, the cost actually we can't quote it. So I'm saying you right. In Canada, usually we pay millions of dollars for
Okay,
groups of licenses. Yeah, I can tell you exact the thing. That's all.
sure, sure, sure. Nice, nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
The trial version license, how many days it will be?
Usually they will give you for 4 weeks to 8 weeks. But usually when you get that saying like it is expired or something, you can get another trial version and you can use the same workspace with the new license. Don't worry, like it will not again start from scratch. Everything will be stored on your computer only. So even if your license expires, you just put a new license and you can use the previous ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ramya. Are
Yes.
you going to provide any PDFs, means PDF documents?
No,
May,
see, actually, if you go to Google and if you type Tosca manual, you will get a very beautiful web document which is developed by Tricentis.
okay.
Yeah.
Ramya, like is the PDF automation also possible, right? Like
Yes, PDF
in a
automation is also covered.
okay,
Excel, PDF.
okay. So database connections, everything, like picking the
Yes,
data from the database, updating. Okay, thank you, Ramya.
no problem.
And how these sessions will be continue, like
It will be the same timing, 8 to 9 o'clock in the morning. So if you guys are interested, please confirm your interest to us. The session starts from Monday onwards. So please confirm us before tomorrow. Okay, we will be creating the class invitation and we will be sharing you the details once we list the confirmation.
Okay. Sessions are 5 days a week or
Yeah, sessions are 5 days a week. For people in India, it is Monday to Friday, morning 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And for people from USA, it will be from Sunday to Thursday. And please calculate the timings as per the same timings as we have the demo session now, right? It is the same timings. So please calculate your timelines as per your time zone.
okay. And training sessions will be maximum 1 hour only, right?
Training will be done within 1 hour. I usually
Close to that.
start right at the like sharp at 8 o'clock. I will start it for 1 or 2 minutes. I will not wait for more than 1 or 2 minutes. And yeah, so please try, if you are joining our classes, please try to join on time. Try to join 2 or 3 minutes earlier. So that is when we usually log in and we will start. Yeah. So and we
For
will be
you,
done.
for
Yes.
you, Monday to Friday means ours also Monday to Friday only, Ramya.
Uh, yeah, it depends on your location where you are staying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not from Sunday to Thursday. That is Monday to Friday evening, night.
Yes.
no, for people from USA, it is Sunday to Thursday, Sunday
No,
evening.
no, no, no. For you, Monday morning means here Monday night. Sunday night.
Okay, yeah, it depends on each time zone. Yeah, please calculate accordingly.
Uh,
Uh, n- it's-
What about the fee details?
you can contact our number. They will provide you the fee details. You can just WhatsApp us.
Hello, Ramya.
Yes,
You are only correct only Sunday to Thursday, correct. Sorry for that.
no problem.
And
Yeah,
you are sharing the recording sessions on daily basis, right? The same
yes,
day.
yes, the same day after 1 hour or half an hour.
Okay.
Ramya, how
Yes.
are the openings in Tosca?
Yeah, thank you for reminding me this. For openings and job positions and all, right? I will not talk about it much. Please go to LinkedIn, please go to Google, please go to Naukri, put wherever location you are and choose the experience that you have. Okay. If you have 8 years of experience in manual testing, choose 80 years of experience, 3 to 4 years of experience as Tosca and choose the jobs that you have. And if you have some other additional knowledge also, you can use the other filters and yeah, you can look it by yourselves. Yeah,
okay, okay, got it.
yeah,
Actually, what I have is like, for suppose initially the even when you do a testing part, so while if it is a from scratch, if they are developing the application, so that time it depends on the user story. We will write the manual test cases, right? Even Selenium also, they won't give write the XPath and all, but they will design the framework and just they will try to build up that framework, right? So here also, are we doing the same way? Because here you are
yes, we
just
will discuss about the framework and all as well, how to develop, or when you are say like you are starting Tosca as a scratch in your company, how to
Mhm.
develop the framework or how to let people work, or how do we restrict the access and all user management stuff. All these things we will discuss in detail.
Okay. Here GitHub and all, it won't come into the picture,
No,
right?
they are not here.
Okay. So all it runs in Tosca server and
Yes,
in
everything is in Tosca itself, Tosca Commander itself. You have check in, check out, or for example, say like I have a user who has
yeah.
checked in and who did not checked in at all, who has checked out some stuff and he left my company all of a sudden. So how do I handle that kind of situation? So we will discuss all these admin things as well.
Okay, okay, got it. Actually, register part for suppose even me also working, some other person is also working. So that I mean later on we have to collage the
Yeah,
policy. So those things and all it
yes,
will come under.
yes.
Okay.
all the
Mm-hmm.
duplicates, how do we get rid of them?
Better.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, got it, got it. So while before, developing the application only, can we do the test, create the test case in Tosca? That is what I meant. I have that doubt also.
Some actually there is a feature called as Vision AI, which we are not
Mm-hmm.
actually covering. It might
Mm-hmm.
help you to develop the modules and all even without the application is ready. So you
Okay.
can tell the tool that this is going to be my property. This is how my control is going to be. I'm going to have a drop down with these properties. So you will list out those to the tool, and you will save that module and all. But there is no guarantee that it is going to be exactly the same. But still again,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
will once it is ready, you will again do an check, and the remaining every step, like
Mm-hmm.
the listing of properties, it is same as what we have done today. Even for the Vision AI controls, it will be similar set of properties and all. The same scan window comes for Vision AI also. Only
Yeah.
thing, there are some minor small differences. So those are what we actually miss. And again, after creating, whether it is a Vision AI module or whether it is a normal HTML module or whether it is an SAP module, the test
Mhm.
case building and all, everything is common.
Okay. Okay. So do we need to learn any SQL commands or any HTML?
If
Do we need to get understand? So
no
I'm just
HTML,
asking.
no
Uh,
HTML and all is needed, nothing is needed. Come with your manual testing knowledge, that is what, and come with your open brains, that is what I expect. And if you want to say, like, I have experience in database testing, you should learn SQL commands for that. For
mhm.
even if you want to do database testing manually, you should know SQL, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
same
Right.
we expect here, that's all.
Okay, okay. Because SAP also you are
Yeah,
just
the
telling
same.
that. So,
When I say SAP, you should have SAP experience. Only then you will get to understand. Like, I can show you how the SAP application is, and I can show you how the standard modules and all, but I
okay.
can't teach you SAP here.
Yeah, yeah.
Similarly, I can't teach API for you here. You should know what is an REST API. You should know what is get, post, put, delete. I can tell you the basics, but
Mm-hmm.
if you are saying like I have certain years of experience in it, you should know it.
Yeah, okay, okay, got it.
Ramya, unless we have the application in hand, like we can't start automation with Tosca, right?
You
Scripting.
can you can do it using Vision AI without
Vision
even
AI.
the application built. Yeah.
Okay. Other than Vision AI, we can't, right?
No.
Okay. And what about this CI/CD process with Tosca?
So we will cover distributed execution in the class. I am not covering the CI/CD as well. Yeah, but we can using the distributed execution, I can show you how you are going to run in multiple computers or how you can monitor those particular executions and all. It will be similar with CI/CD.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So kind of
So
okay. Okay.
distributed execution is something which is in our hands, so that's why we are covering it.
Okay. So multiple, I mean, multiple client missions and multiple environments, I mean to say, parallel
Yes,
execution.
yes. And another question that I received in my chat is, are we going to cover the integrations? We will not cover the integrations with the Zira test management tools, but we will be using Qtest. You must have heard now most of the companies are using Qtest test management tool. We will be working on integrating Qtest with Tosca. The reason why we are not covering Zira is it needs a license, a tool to integrate Tosca with Zira, which is called as Tosca Connect license. So we cannot buy an license. That's the reason we are not covering that integration. But we will be showing you how the Qtest test management tool is, and we will be working on that integration.
Yeah. Ramya, other automation tool scripts, say for example, some other automation tools, existing scripts are there. If I want to migrate to Tosca, so can we utilize the same? Like, can we integrate this tool with, I mean, other
Uh,
tool?
I
Can we
don't
migrate the sports?
See, there are some standard modules which will help us to trigger those Selenium scripts and all, but usually we don't encourage it, or I don't recommend it as being an architect, because the way how we develop. Like if you have something already built there, so just to start that particular run, you can use this tool. But if you are facing any issues with that particular script that you have developed using a different tool, then you cannot debug it from here. That is actually important, right? When you are actually working in automation testing or anywhere, you should know what is going in and out, everything in detail, and you should be able to debug, which you can't do if you are trying to run something from other automation tools. That's why I recommend use Tosca without any other automation tool. Tosca is Tosca. Selenium is Selenium.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Ramya.
We, Ramya, one question. So
Yes.
with the CI/CD tools, you can schedule the
Yes, even
script
with the
execution, right?
yeah, we will. I can show you even that how to schedules and all, and we can do it through Dex and QTest integration. We will have that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we will see
But
that.
we have facility to integrate with Jenkins.
Yeah, we have the facility to integrate with Jenkins and all, but we are not just covering it in the class.
Okay.
Usually in real time, I mean, which tool they will use to automate the CI/CD one? Hmm?
Usually, what I have seen is some people who are already having agiles and they are having CI/CD stuff and all with other tools, they go with Jenkins. If not, they go just with the distributed execution and they go with the Qtest. Now you can see most of the companies are using Qtest. That is the most industry standard tool. Like say, even we like it depends. Even we are migrating from Zira to Qtest because
Oh, okay.
when you have one Tricentis products, you try to get more Tricentis products, right? I
Yeah,
told
right.
you bundle of licenses coming together, so you get discounts and also
Yeah,
all these
right. Definitely.
factors come there. So there are
Yeah.
multiple things. So Tricentis only has Qtest, and I will show you Qtest. Once you start using Qtest, you will see, wow, this is so good.
Oh, okay. So how many days it will take? I mean, I cannot say
So
like
total,
master, to
total
at
we
least
will,
to have a
yeah.
confidence.
Total, we will have 45 classes. So it is 5 days per week. So it's going to be 9 weeks of journey with me. Yeah. So you have to practice. I will just listening to classes and mimicking the classes will not help anybody. Okay. So you should do things on your own. You should come with good questions. Only then you can master Tosca. And you only then you can clear the interviews. I'm sure you guys are going to do that. Yeah, I had my previous batch, even now they are sending me messages, Ramya, I got placed, Ramya, I got placed. Thank you, thank you. So I think that happens with you all also.
Okay. Like framework and also, I mean, like, is there any dummy application? Will you just show us and
Don't worry, we will play with the demo web shop application and all. Yeah, and we will use some other applications whenever it is needed.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I got another message saying like I don't have experience. Yeah, so it depends on you how many years of experience and all. You should have minimal knowledge on manual testing. That is what I expect here. So if you have manual testing knowledge, basic knowledge, yeah, you are good to join us.
Ramya, a
Yes.
quick question. Like, when did Tosca come into?
I started using in 2014 actually.
Oh,
Uh, yeah,
mhm.
so it's been almost 10 years now. Yeah, but I started using it. I don't say that is when Tosca came into my company. There are people who used it even before that. Like we just got the license, and luckily I was given the chance to explore this particular product and learn and automate some test cases and all. That is how my journey started. So I think I mean my company we started it from 2014.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ramya, this is the last question from my side. So why Tosca when we have many free sources, many free wares? while
Okay,
we go.
so where you have selenium, so for example, if I'm having a couple of manual testers and they have full core knowledge on my application, say like they are having 10 years of experience in my company, and say like they are having full core knowledge on my application or functionalities. And now if I want them to learn selenium, how many days would it take for them? How many days would it take for them to learn Tosca and start automating things for me?
True.
The
Yeah.
basic, right? The basic
Yes.
itself.
Yes.
Yeah, slowly they will excel. I know, but they can at least start something now.
Okay. Any other benefits than this?
Than this, for example, if you are having any legacy applications, can you automate them using Selenium? No, right?
Selenium is not possible. Other license tools again we have to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so say like I work for a very big prestigious company. I have different kinds of applications which I look after. So I have people working for web applications, I have people working for desktop applications, I have people working for SAP, Salesforce, legacy applications, mainframes. So these are all the stuff that I have within my company. And now if I am purchasing one tool, or if I am getting one tool for one person, right, we will have some end-to-end flows, like which flows from one application to another, right? So then how can I put all these together? But with Tosca, I'm able to achieve all of them, right? That is also very important for me. And how about integrations? Integrations are also very friendly. So I can
Okay.
see what if once you integrate Qtest and Tosca, even a manual tester can run it, even without opening Tosca. He can schedule it. Or a manual tester, without even talking to an automation tester, can say, you have to automate this test case. So those all things are possible here, which can't be done by other tools.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have any experience other than this Tosca? Other tools?
No, I never go for them. People asked me to learn, but I actually know some, but I don't recommend them.
Okay. Ramya, thank you.
No
Thanks for your
problem.
questions.
Yeah, if we don't have any questions, let's wrap up the session. Thank you so much. It's nice meeting you all. And yeah, kindly do confirm us by tomorrow. Yeah, we will create the class invitation and share you guys the same. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you, Ramya.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank
Yeah,
Bye.
thank
thank
you.
you, Ramya. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ramya.
Yeah, thank you.